Carter, I want to thank you very much for joining me today on Real Feel Insights. This one is going to be a very interesting one.
Indeed.
Yeah, you're the youngest guest that I've had on. Do you know that? How old are you?
26 next Tuesday.
Ooh, well, I get to wish you a happy early birthday.
Exactly.
Well, there we go. And how old? So 26?
26, yep.
Okay. All right, yeah. Well, you're past that quarter of a century.
Yeah.
Do you feel old?
Middle age, actually.
Oh my God, if you're middle-aged, what am I? Actually, I was just talking to somebody about that when I was back in you know how it is when you're 16, 17, 18, if somebody's 25, I mean, my God, they already have a 1 foot in the grave.
Exactly,
You know
another on a banana peel.
Oh. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we're going to have a fun time today. But we are going to maybe talk a little bit about something that's a little, I would probably definitely call it traumatic, that came up in your life. These things like this, we don't ask for. And yeah, it's kind of tough. But your brother passed away. Your older brother passed away from cancer in
2010.
In
2010.
In 2010. Okay. Yep. Okay. He was born in 1990.
1991.
91. Okay. Yep. All right. And he passed away in 2010.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. How old were you at that time?
I had just turned 10 October prior to that. Yep. He was sick morally, like when I was 9 turning 10, and then passed away when I was 10.
He passed away when you were 10 then?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's maybe do this. We kind of jumped a little bit right into it, but we did want our viewers to kind of know, what we were going to be talking about. But I always often ask my guests, bring me back to, like your childhood and things. So maybe I'll start with that. Wasn't that long ago.
No, not that long ago.
Really?
Seems like forever.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I guess pretty much just a basic Midwestern childhood. Grew up, play in the dirt, don't make noise after bedtime kind of situation.
Oh.
Older brother that would definitely pick on you. And then me and my sister were closer in age. So we were pretty much just the Tasmanian devils of the household, tearing stuff up.
Okay, so you have a sister.
Yep.
And is she older or younger than you?
She'd be a year and a half younger.
A year and a half younger. And then how old is your older brother, Tyler, again? Older than you?
Yeah, he's just over 8 years.
Just over 8 years
Yep.
older than you. And then, so then you, and then your little sister, younger sister, is a year and a half.
Yep, younger
than you. So you two
We're
were the closer ones together, causing some mischief.
Exactly.
Is that okay?
A lot.
Mischievous?
Yeah, very
a lot?
much.
Really?
Very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
If I would ask your mom, what would she say? Would she say mischievous or just downright naughty?
Oh gosh. I mean, sometimes probably a little bit of both.
Just good fun.
Exactly.
Just good fun.
100%.
Yeah. But country, like you grew up hunting?
Hunting, probably started
Fishing?
Yeah, I mean, I was in the woods by 4, probably, with my dad.
Okay.
Or with my grandfather, even my brother.
Okay.
Like, we went on multiple hunts prior to even, like, obviously me being so young and him older. Not the most fun to bring the 9-year-old duck hunting or 8-year-old duck hunting.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we did pretty much hunting, anything with a motor. We rode it.
Like four-wheeler?
Yeah, four-wheelers,
dirt
bikes, scooter, like anything you could think of.
Sure.
If it went downhill, we were on it.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yep.
Those early years, did you have a good childhood?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah?
Very good.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Busy.
Yep, really busy. We were always doing something, whether it was going to like church camp or we did that pretty consistently growing up, or vacation Bible school.
Okay.
Stuff like that. We did a lot of that kind of stuff in the summer. And then, like, obviously sports, played baseball, summer ball, stuff like that growing up. I faded away from baseball closer to high school.
Okay.
But, yeah, no, pretty much just a normal summer that you could think of. A lot of fishing growing up. My brother and my dad, they fished religiously.
Oh, okay.
We owned a tree service company, so hours were pretty work, get in the boat at least once a day kind of situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did a lot of fishing growing up.
Okay. Did you like school?
Hated it.
You hated it?
Every day.
Why?
Hated school work. Loved school.
Okay. Friends? You liked school because of the friends.
The friends, the social groups,
Sure.
wrestling,
Okay.
a lot.
Yep. But you hated
Yeah.
sitting in a desk doing the work.
Yeah, ironically, that is my job now. I sit at a desk. So,
Isn't it
for all the
something? Yeah.
teachers out there, I did it.
Okay. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I guess school, I wasn't the most sitting still kind of person growing up. I always wanted to keep moving, keep doing something. I might have been in math class, but I'm thinking about how are we going to get to the pond after work or after school? Like
To go hunting
Yes.
or fishing or whatever.
hunting,
Okay.
fishing, something outdoors.
Okay.
Or focusing maybe on a tournament that we're going to and just watching the clock because I know I get to leave at 1. It just wasn't a very, not very school driven. I was good at remembering stuff, I guess. Like, I wasn't terrible at schoolwork if I applied myself to it, but I like to apply myself to other things that I thought were more important at the time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you look back on your school years? Is there anything that you think that maybe you could have done a little bit different?
Yes.
What would that be?
I probably would have tried harder, attempted more sports, and really pushed the clutch in instead of counting down the days of leaving.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, because they always, I don't know, they always say you can do so much stuff after you leave high school. And whoever came up with that is polar wrong. It is not correct.
Okay.
When you're in school, you're definitely living the life. Like, I don't know, you grow up and you move out of the house or leave the house, get a job, whether you go to school or not. The second you graduate and turn your tassel over, it's money going out, and you got to figure out a way to put money in.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
definitely, I don't know. Everything starts to slim down. Obviously, it'll get better once you get older, more stable, more income, more of a base plan in life. But that first few years, it feels like you're never going to get back to what you used to have.
Like ramen broke?
Yeah, ramen.
Ramen noodle
Yeah.
broke.
Ramen, fun dogs.
Yeah, and fun dogs, yeah. Well, you know what? I think we all kind of maybe have to go through some of those stages and stuff so that when you maybe can acquire a few things, you appreciate it a little bit.
Exactly.
Maybe mom and dad weren't so horrible when they said,
Nope.
slow down, don't wreck that.
Yep.
Maybe,
Very,
perhaps.
very much
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely thought they were hard on you until
Yeah,
you left. And
right.
then, oh, they're kind of
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. But you know what? Isn't that normal?
Yes, that is 100% normal.
And we all knew we had all the answers back in high school. We had everything figured out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Smartest kid on the block until you leave.
Yeah. Well, then it's called adulting.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just how it works.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. So good childhood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. I guess it was relatively well until, like, obviously, like, the whole Tyler situation did happen at a younger age, right? So it's not like I got, like, you get to your teen years and that's when stuff starts moving 1,000 miles an hour, right? Like, need to get out of school, need to do this, need to do that. And when the whole Tyler situation happened, I was only 9. So we're talking 4th grade. I know I wasn't really in school that much that year
Because
he got sick and, like, I can remember where it happened. I don't remember quite what time it was. Had to be like later July, later summer.
okay.
And then obviously, like, we found out, okay, like, we got to try and fight this not good situation. And then, but he fought it for a little bit, and this is like around this time, like right now, in that early October to mid-late October. And then there was the point, obviously, where it's like, okay, am I going to lay in the hospital or go home? And then that's when it was like, okay, school kind of slowed down. Not saying I miss all of it, but I mean, like, I miss an exceptional amount. And then after, I guess, during that time frame, it was kind of more, you went from 10 years old to 20 years old mentally. Because, I mean, like, you were trying to be there for them and be there for Cass, or for my sister. And then also, like, even though you're kind of younger, you're still trying to be there for, like, your mom and your father and stuff like that. Because, I mean, they are losing one, but they have two, and you're trying to help out where you can. Even though you can't help out a lot, you can do some stuff. Like, I know he always had a recliner, because we got him a new recliner because how it happened or whatever. He had broke his back, and I don't know if the cell or like the cancer was dormant prior to that, or from my understanding, it like split something and caused this rare cancer in his back area.
Okay.
And then that's kind of like your main highway, right? So when your cancer starts there, it's not good. And then we had to get a recliner for him because his back hurt and he was coming home and stuff like that. And that was next to his hospital bed. I don't know if you've been in my parents' house, but when you walk in, there's a kitchen and then the living room. And then his hospital bed was in there, and we put the TV in there. That's kind of when it became the living room instead of the kitchen.
Okay.
Because the living room used to always be in our basement until that situation. And we had the recliner next to him, and I would sleep there. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head if it was every night. It felt like every night. And like he would always wake me up for something. Like his big thing was Pop-Tarts toasted with the crust cut off. And I'm not very good at waking up, if you know me or not.
Okay.
And he for being a sick guy, he could hit you.
Okay.
He'll wake you up.
Yeah. So you would sleep next to
Yep.
him.
You'd sleep next to him in the recliner.
Okay.
Yep.
And then he would hit you, and then you'd have to get up and give him a Pop-Tart, but you'd have to take the crust off for
exactly.
him. Yeah.
There's anything like that, or like, I know I watched Family Guy at a very young age because that was his favorite show.
Okay.
And he would go on stints from being able to sleep to not being able to sleep to, with the whole chemo and radiation thing, it really messes with your stomach. So me and you might be hungry in the morning at noon at supper time. He might not be hungry for 20 hours. And then at 2:00 on a Thursday, he's like, holy crap, I need food. And then that's like where hey, wake me up, make me something, or hey, get me some food, or something like that. So it was always kind of like up and down. So like, I guess what I'm getting at, the point is, you go from 10 to an adult very fast, it feels like, when you're in that situation, I should say.
I was going to kind of go back a little bit and ask you about that 10 to 20. So 10 years old to 20 years old. Why did you feel that was, like, that's a big jump?
Yeah.
Why did you feel that?
I mostly felt that just because, like, me personally, like, I guess my internal feeling about the whole situation was I can't be a little kid right now. You kind of need to, like, step up, man up. And
Did anybody tell you that?
No. That was just
you
natural.
You just felt that.
Yep, felt it. And I mean, I might, like, obviously, like, I can't help so much. I'm just a 50-pound sopping wet little 10-year-old me. But like, mostly I just felt like now is like you need to step up, you need to do something. And whether it's cutting him a Pop-Tart, that might not seem like a lot, but
Right.
to him, it's not like he can get out of bed and make his own.
Right.
And my parents are running on virtually like zero sleep. And my little sister at the time, we're talking, she's seven-ish, 8-ish in that area. Well, I mean, that's a little more to ask out of a 7-year-old girl, 8-year-old girl versus how I felt as a 10-year-old guy. It's like, okay, like, this is my big brother. He helped me out, and now he is pretty much helpless at this point, and I need to be there for him as much as I can. Like,
So I'm going to just kind of stop you right there because I really am inquisitive of this. Now you're an adult.
yep.
Looking back on that, was that fair for that 10-year-old boy to feel that?
I wouldn't say fair, most likely. I'm a big believer in, like, God deals you the cards that you're dealt. And to me, it felt like, I mean, that's just the deck I had to deal with. And we played the hand. I mean, you really, I'm not mad at the situation. I'm not upset. And if I could go back, I would never change a thing. Yeah, I would do it 100 times over.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing that you have that going through the loss and the great sorrow and grief that you went through, and to feel that. When I ask you that question, is it fair? I think maybe, what about this point of view? Now that you're an adult looking back, why did you do that? Why did that little 10-year-old boy do that and feel that? There was no reason nobody told you to do that. It's just that's what you felt. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'd probably say mostly is due to how my parents raised me, I would say. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not going to say they're the most hardcore parents, but it was kind of like, I don't know, it was always Carter helped Cassie, Tyler helped Carter, Tyler helped Cassie, or brother helped sister. It was always, the siblings helped each other. I mean, did we want to help each other? No. Was there more fights than happiness growing up between me and my sister, or me and my big brother? Honestly,
Sure.
until that
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
But when you get into kind of like that, I don't want to say fight or flight, but kind of into that
Sure.
form of thing. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. It was just a time you knew it was time to grow up. It was,
I understand.
and
Yeah.
back to the fairness part of it, or
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it fair? Probably not. I would say due to the fact of what was happening, there wasn't really a chance to sit back and ask, is this fair? It's kind of just roll with the flow kind of situation. And I mean, that's just the way I felt at that age. And I'd probably say mostly due to my parents. That's how they raised all of us kids and tried to raise us. And I mean, you still reflect on it today, right? Like, if a friend needs help, you're there. If you need help, a friend is there. That's kind of felt like how, like my group or my era, that's kind of how we were all kind of raised in that area. I feel like is like we're kind of a little close knit. Like if people need help, it's morally due to your parents raise you up to be that way, I would say.
What you just described, Carter, is what every parent would ever like to hear from their children. Yeah, that's the truth. If somebody says, I want that one on my team, not just necessarily, has nothing to do with being on the football team or the team at gym. This is just the life team.
Yep.
And if somebody can say that one I want, good character, honest, gonna have your back during tough times, good times, and just gonna be there. That's what you just explained. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yep.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And maybe through sometimes in life, hardships and struggles, not fair sometimes,
Yep.
but they really are character builders.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
To this day, you can say that.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Hopefully
Yeah.
for the rest of my life as well.
Okay, right.
Yep.
Yeah. Did it change you?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. I mean, something like that happens to anybody. I mean, people might sit back and say that, no, it doesn't change you. But I mean, deep down in the core, I probably am a 100% different person if that doesn't happen. I mean, you probably have a whole different outlook on life. Like, growing up, you're indestructible. Like, fall and bounce. You don't fall and break.
Right.
And then obviously you see someone that you think is the big, strong brother that nothing can hurt him, bulletproof. Obviously, that opens your eyes at a young age that that's not the case, for sure.
Rocks your world.
Yeah.
Shook you to the core.
100%.
Sometimes when things happen to us, as children, we can't necessarily always process it when we're children until we get a little bit older.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Tell me about that for you now.
Yeah, I will say that I'm a firm believer in that as well. I don't think it really actually set in probably till I was like 16, 17. Like, obviously, I'm coherent. I understand what death is. I understand what, like, everything is going on. But during the whole time at a young age like that, it's more or less you're kind of like in a daze kind of about the whole situation. And then after he had passed away, I mean, I remember the night he passed away, I barely shed a tear, honestly. Probably not until a week later or something like that. Or if I did shed some tears, it was like very minute, like wasn't a lot. Didn't really affect me in that direction until I was older. I mean, you turn 16, you hit the milestone of being able to drive. And then we're going out west snowmobiling, and we're going to North Dakota, we're duck hunting or hunting locally or doing something like that, and you're like, well, this, then it starts setting in because that big brother that you wish you could have done stuff with isn't there anymore. And then that's probably when I was really starting to like process the fact that like, I lost him at 10. I won't see him again until I pass. So.
I won't see him again until I pass.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's when you're realizing that
Yes.
and the enormity of it.
Yep.
Yeah. So life changed dramatically after he passed away. What was like school like? Like when you kind of had to get back into, I don't know if you want to say like routine.
Back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
Growing up in a smaller school, as a senior, I bet you I could have named every person by name, at least 80% of them from 12th grade to 7th grade. So like you grow up in a small atmosphere like that. A kid breaks an arm and the whole school knows about it before the doctor's putting the cast on. So you could about imagine what it like coming back to school, like everyone's looking at you like, oh, there's Carter, like his brother passed away yesterday or last week or last month or last year. Like I would say for the first few months or the first year or two or probably till I got to high school, you were definitely known as the kid that like all this stuff happened to. You're the kid with the yellow car, right? Stuff like that. Like you were definitely felt like you were looked at differently for a little bit. But then again, I'm beyond blessed to grow up in an atmosphere like I did because this little Midwestern town packs a way bigger punch than anyone could ever imagine. It might be a little town and you could look at it from two ways, I guess. Like you can look at it like, okay, I grew up in this little place, this little school with my 50 kids in my grade. Everybody knows this happened. Everyone's looking at me like this happened, whether it's the grade above me, below me, or two above me. Or you can look at it like, okay, if this happened in a school that I had 500 kids in my class or 300 kids in my class, I'm alone. And I definitely really felt like I had the whole world there helping me, even though it felt like I didn't need it. It just felt like for a small school, small town, definitely very supportive in the situation, whether it was to me, to my little sister, or to my family as a whole. Like it felt very supported all the way around at that age and now even like I would say, yeah, very blessed to be in a little place instead of a big place.
Yeah, great insight. Did you ever, now looking back, were you ever angry about anything?
Yeah. Angry at myself, morally, I guess. I guess the angry at myself set in probably later in life when I was 16, 17, 18, going to college, coming back, getting a job, like working on trying to start my own family kind of situation. It made you look back at like, you're just mad that you, like I said, like when we were younger, me and my brother weren't always just like roses and sunshine. It was definitely big brother, little brother relationship. It was go to bed, quit talking, leave me and my friends alone. No, you can't come with us, which is totally understandable. I mean, you have such an age gap like that. Like, I mean, even looking back on it now when I was 20, right? If you would have told me let's say 18, same era as he was, go take a 10-year-old with you all day. Go take a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old girl with you all day. Like, no. No, I'm not going to. Like, totally understandable. So I would just say I'm more angry at myself for, I would say picking fights with him. Picking fights during the situation, during the time, not respecting like what he's telling me. Like there was a lot of quit talking, go to bed, leave me and my friends alone. No, shut up. You're not the boss of me. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, Mom, Tyler did this. Tyler said that. Like, looking back, I wish, like, I would have been I wouldn't want to say like, I'd say a better little brother. I wish I could have been.
Are you, what, my thought is thinking about like, is it guilt or is it anger?
Oh, definitely anger and guilt.
And they're mixed.
They're definitely mixed.
Mixed. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I'd say probably more on the anger part.
Okay.
I don't know. I was just mad at myself for the situation.
Okay.
Mad that I didn't handle it differently, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wish that I could think back and instead of having 50 great memories, I could have 1,000 because I probably said a couple things that I shouldn't have to him.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
To like make my older brother mad at the time.
Right. Isn't that kind of the job of a younger brother?
To annoy the older brother. Exactly. That is the job.
That's reality.
Yep,
you know,
100%.
In truth. It
And
kind
yeah,
of
that is reality and truth until you lose him.
Yeah.
And then it sets in like, oof, like,
Yeah.
gosh, I should have done this better, or
Right.
I should have been this way better. I should have had a better time with him in the 10 short years I got to know him. Looking back on it, you're angry because, I mean, I have more life experience now than I did his whole life, right? And it was just like, if I could have just been better, had more better memories, or ceased the moment a little better when we were having good memories, I'm more mad at myself for that, I guess, than being, I'd say that'd probably be the only where I have anger on anything.
You know, so I lost my husband a few years ago.
Yep.
And I look back on, you know, the little fights and the bickering, the nonsense. You know, I would be upset about something and then I would, you know, not talk to him. And I just to, you know, teach him that he had hurt me, you know, or whatever. And that I look back on, you know, and think that was so silly. We wasted so much time, you know, or I did. And I mean, it wasn't a one-way street. I mean, there were, you know, it's back and forth, you know, with a husband and wife. But I think everybody feels that.
Yep.
No matter what relationship you have, you know, a friend, you know, a neighbor, a spouse, a sibling. I think those are just very normal, regretful, sorry feelings, you know, that we all, and then that takes a lot of work to weather through those,
Yeah.
you know, because you feel you're sad, you're mad, like you said.
Yep.
And then you have to process those to get through them because you can't do anything about it. It's done, it's over, they're gone, but it does take some time to work through that. So, but it's very normal
Yes.
for every, you know, relationship. So life changed then after he passed away. From that point, how was your home? What did your home look like? The devastation, you know, I'm sure with
Yeah.
your parents.
It definitely had a large impact. The house was pretty quiet there for a little bit. You go from family meals every night to like a bunch of talk, like there's a bunch of stuff to talk about, to more or less, I wouldn't say anyone was mad at anyone, but if people were mad at the situation or mad at the cards that we were dealt as a family, and it definitely was like internally fighting all of us. Like there was fights that didn't need to happen. There was blow-ups that didn't need to happen. And I don't want to use Tyler as an excuse, but I mean, obviously that was the root of the internal anger probably between whether it was me to my father, me to my mom, mom to father, both parents to my sister, or me and my sister. I would definitely say that him passing away had an impact. It was relatively rough from 10 to probably 17-ish. Especially like me and my dad worked together. We had our tree service company that was local, and my brother was his only help. Well, obviously Tyler's passed away and dad's got to make money to pay bills, so time to step up. And there was a lot of fights between me and him. I mean, young teenager, don't want to wake up for work, don't want to listen to dad, don't want your dad as your boss situation. I'm sure you know a lot about that. It was definitely until, like I said, like 17-ish probably. And like it was spotty probably from 15 to 17, like not as aggressive as it was from like 10 to 14. And then I feel like after I finally hit that, like 18, graduated, I'm going to move out of the house. Then the bickering went way down. The internal fights between like me and my father, or me and my mom, or me and my sister definitely slowed down quite a bit. And then like the stuff me and my dad did, it wasn't always just about work. It was, we're going up north to go fishing, or we're taking trips to do whatever. We took a family trip to Mexico again when I was about 20-ish. Like I feel like when we were both older, me and my sister, and we got closer to the moving out of the house stage, we definitely got a lot better. We definitely became a lot less fights. Like, obviously, there's always fights, and there's always going to be someone's going to make someone mad somewhere along the line, especially Midwestern, right?
Yeah, well, it's just,
That's the way it is.
I'm thinking, when you were explaining to me that you said we don't want to blame Tyler, but nobody, or that situation of what happened, I think nobody knew where to go with the emotions.
Exactly.
Everybody was feeling it from their perspective.
Yep.
And nobody knew really where to go or what to do with it.
Exactly. And there's one common denominator that everyone, like, obvious, like, you're gonna reflect back on it and, okay.
Well, you lost your brother, your dad lost a son, mother lost a son, and that dynamic is very...
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Yep.
That's very difficult.
Yeah.
What was something that was like a real, let's say, like your saving grace? What was it that really helped you, looking back on it, to get you through there? That you can remember.
Like something within my family, or something like
Your life.
just life?
Just your life in general.
I would say I reflected a lot of it. Like, what really kind of helped me was probably like going to my grandpa's house. My grandpa's a very, very huge part of my life. And then he really like stapled the hunting and the outdoors, and like it was always in my family. But I've never met someone that hunt, fish, anything you possibly can every season. I mean, you're hunting anything you can in the spring to all fall, all winter, and you transition to fishing when you can. I would say the outdoors, because of him, really helped me get through a lot of it. And I'm like, still to this day, like, I'm eat, sleep, breathe outside, pretty much, always chasing something. And I was that during the time, as soon as I was old enough to do it on my own, as soon as you put a pair of keys in my hand, I was gone. Poof. There's always a boat in the back. There's always a gun behind the seat. And we were doing something. And I would say that definitely helped me through 85% of the whole problem, I guess.
Through the whole process of losing Tyler.
Yep.
Your brother. Was your grandpa, was he somebody that would ask you how you're doing about?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he was not.
He'd never ask you. He just took you hunting, and
He knew.
he knew.
He knew. So my grandpa is a Vietnam vet, and he's a hardcore dude, or was. He had just passed away, actually, a couple months ago.
Your grandpa?
Yep.
Okay.
And
I'm sorry.
yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
also a tough situation.
Right,
Yep. No, we were pretty
yes.
close. He was actually really close with my brother too. Like, it took a major toll on him as well as along with the rest of our family. But the way he operated was words didn't need to be said, and he might have not been the most loving, or he was more of a rub dirt on it and sally up kind of guy.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's kind of
Rub dirt on it and sally up.
Yeah,
All right. I
like,
got it. I
yeah,
understood. Yeah.
100%,
I
like-
just had never heard that before.
like he I don't know, like the way he handled things was
understand.
not words. It was more or less like not even actions, I guess. Like, you knew, but no one ever said anything. And when Tyler passed away, I mean, growing up from 10 to 16 in that area. As soon as I got my license, I mean, I really wasn't at my grandpa's as much as I should have been. But like that, before I could I was there. Hey, Mom, I'm going to go to grandpa's for this week in the summer. And you'd spend the whole week there and not want to come back. And you would come back for a day and then go there for another week. And it was always breakfast, hunting, doing something. You were always outside. And he was definitely a huge part in helping me through all of that.
That is really, truly amazing.
Yep.
Right. No words, but you just knew.
Yep.
And then he's the one that really got you going, just really took you, I suppose, as a child and took you out hunting and really got into the woods.
The woods, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, even like just a little stuff too, like going for a 4-wheeler ride. There was always a 4-wheeler ride. His 4-wheeler has probably got more miles than anyone no one has a 4-wheeler with more miles than he.
Okay.
And it's just putzing.
Sure. Right.
Or if it's looking for mushrooms or if it's doing anything.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
he was, if you were at his house, you spent more time outside than you did inside. Inside was for sleep.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're not inside,
Yep.
you're sleeping inside, and if you're out, then you get to do
Yes.
fishing, hunting, trapping.
Anything you could think of.
That's
Yep.
pretty cool. That really is. Carter, I want to thank you so much, for this was, it's tough to talk about some of these old, childhood memories. We do it, all of us, look back on, our childhood. What would you say to your younger self now? What would you want to tell that young boy? What would you like to tell him?
If I could go back and tell myself, it'll be better. It'll be okay. It's all not going to be that bad. There'll be a lot of ups and downs, but everything will work out in the end. It always does. Always will.
Simply put, what
Yes.
a powerful, impactful statement you just said. It always works out, and it's not always tough and rough days. You can apply that to your life now and
Try to.
try to. Yeah. Carter, do you know that your mother was on Real Feel Insights?
Yeah, I did hear that. Just the extent of she did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It was very heartbreaking, to listen to her story, from a mother losing a child. She did a phenomenal job, articulating, the kind of the chronological order of all the, how it went, from finding out what it was and, to the death and then to the aftermath. What is your, it's a difficult position she was in.
Oh, yeah. I
Your
could not
parents.
imagine. Yeah.
It was very difficult, losing a child, and then having 2 other children, yet
Yep.
to raise, and she walked us through that, and it was extremely honest, and I very much appreciated her doing that. But my question to you is, from your perspective, as a child and a sibling to the person that passed away. Now, having a viewer watching you right now, that's a mom, dad, a parent, what could you offer to those parents that have just lost a child but have other children to take care of? Is there any advice from your perspective to give to those parents of what you think could have been better? Not that you're upset, it's just you live this.
Yes.
So is there any insight, is there any advice that you could give to some parents that have gone through the same thing that your parents went through?
I would say that we're probably more in the loop than like a parent would think. Like I could not imagine like being from a parent's perspective. That would be absolutely terrible, devastating. And the child, like an inch goes a mile. Like, obviously you're going to have a lot of attention towards the sibling or your child that is having these issues and feel like you're putting your children on the back burner. And I mean, at the time, you might even feel that as a kid, but you still do grow up faster than you would imagine. Your kid's definitely going to know that I'm not on the back burner. We're dealing this as a family. And like, I know my mom was always still really good about, like, did Tyler get 95% of the attention during the time? Probably. But they would still do little things and make sure, like my birthday, Tyler's in the hospital, and they made sure to bring me to Space Aliens because that's the one place I wanted to go. Like, they still made, like, even though it might be just a little bit here, a little bit there, that inch does go a mile. And you don't need to feel like you're neglecting your child. Your child understands the situation that you're in.
Interesting.
And, like, the little things matter. Like, a little hug, a little I love you never hurts. And it goes a lot farther than you would think. I guess that's the... I don't know. That's just the way it felt for me in my situation. Like, my mom, very, 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 very blessed to have her as my mom. Like, she really did make sure that me, Cass, were okay, and Tyler was okay. And he obviously got, like, I'm sure me and Cassie felt that. Like, if you would have asked me at 10, like, during the whole time, like, I probably would have said, like, I felt like I was on the back burner. My sister might have even. Not speaking for her, I guess, but I know deep down inside I was like, everything's going to be okay. My, like, mom still is making sure everything's fine. Dad's still making sure everything's fine. And they're still making sure that me and Cass, or me and my sister are getting the attention that was needed.
So I think the two things that stood out, thank you for sharing that.
Yep, no problem.
That was, I mean, you know, that's an insight from a perspective that, somebody had lost a sibling, and then giving that insight to parents, what worked for you or what didn't. But the two things I think I heard you say was that even just something little, just the little things actually go a long ways. You referred to it as an inch is actually a mile.
Yes.
And then the other thing is that children are actually more understanding of situations than you give them credit for.
Yes.
They do understand, maybe not the enormity or the long-term, enormity of it, but they understand that situation, what's going on, depending on, age. I mean, a 2-year-old wouldn't, but you were at that time.
Yeah.
You said 10 years old.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, 100%. And even, like, my sister, like, obviously isn't that much younger than me, but I know at the time she definitely felt that as well. Like, you become pretty coherent of what's going on. Like you said, you might not know the longevity of it, but in that time, in that moment, you knew to sit back and respect the situation that's going on.
Carter, you have some exciting news coming up.
I do. I actually have my wedding coming up next June.
All grown up.
Yeah.
Wow. Next June.
Taking the big jump.
Oh, yeah. So next June. Less than a year.
Exactly. It's coming up fast.
How exciting. That is wonderful. Yeah. Everything's just falling into place.
Yeah, it seems to be
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah. Has it been kind of a hectic whirlwind with all the planning?
I'm not going to sit back and act like I'm doing a lot of the planning. Bless her soul. She's really taken the reins on it. I mean, I did the hard part. I asked.
Okay. You're done. Yeah, you did your part now. Now she gets to. Does she love planning your fiance?
Yeah, I guess so. She might say that she doesn't, but, like, deep down, I mean, she's all about it. I mean, when you have a folder that has, like, dates and what needs to be done by this date to make sure you're on track, she's on top of it.
She's organized.
Yep.
She takes good care of you.
Yeah, she's a blessing in disguise.
Oh, that is wonderful. That's your helpmate. That's your, that's
forever.
That's your forever.
Exactly.
I'm so happy for you. That is so exciting.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And you're going to have the wedding band on and do the whole married man thing and
try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I've definitely been looking forward to it. for a long time. Great
Yep,
family, great
yep,
person.
Yep. You found your person. Yeah,
Yep.
that's wonderful. Very exciting. Well, I am so appreciative of your honesty. The death of your brother at 10 years old, the impact that it has caused on you, from at that moment, and it will, you know, affect you, like you said, until the day you get to see him again,
Yes.
when you pass away. Your insight's been very valuable, and I so appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining me on Real Feel Insights, and I wish you only the best.
Thank you. No problem.
Thank you, Carter.
Yep.